Today's video is sponsored by my company, Carnivore Companion. If you don't know about Carnivore Companion, come on in, I'll tell you a little more about us. If you're looking for real ingredient seasoning with no artificial BS inside of it, you need to check out Carnivore Companion. This is my company, and I produce all of these. My main goal was to make something that tasted delicious, but was also free of BS. If you walk into the grocery store and pick up any bottle of seasoning, you will likely find some ingredients that are starches, additives, and quote-unquote free-flowing agents and preservatives. When I first started, I only had one seasoning, and I found out really quickly that I don't really need all these things in there. And to be honest, you can kind of taste those things after you swap to something like Carnivore Companion. We currently have 5 different seasonings with more in the works, and we are super proud of these seasonings, and they taste amazing. If you're looking to level up your carnivore diet, check us out. The link is in the description below. Just go to www.carnivorecompanion.com, get a special discount, helps me out, helps my company out, and we appreciate you. All right, let's continue on. Okay, another gas station favorite of mine was Tacquitos. When I was in college, they were really cheap. I used to get a quick trip. I could get like 2 for $1.50, I think. And, you know, just being poor and in college and eating ramen and just getting fat off of that stuff, I grew to love them just because, like, they do taste amazing and they were cheap, obviously. Considering the restrictions I am putting on myself to feel better, I wanted to make something easy. And I've tried Tacquitos in a past video, but they didn't really turn out like I wanted to, so this is my second attempt for those people who have been looking for that. And I won't delay this any further. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, so it's gonna be a pretty simple process to actually get the tortilla dough going. The hardest part that I found with making any type of like carnivore tortilla is that it's a little more difficult to work with, just because the ones I make tend to be a little more clumped up. So you wanna get yourself a food processor, and the first thing I'm gonna throw in is 1 ounce of pork rinds, and that is by weight. And to this, I'm gonna add about 6 ounces of mozzarella cheese. This is low moisture mozzarella. You really don't want the high moisture mozzarella because it's just going to leak and make a very wet batter, which we don't want. We want 1 ounce or about 2 tablespoons of cream cheese as well. This is high quality, good Philadelphia cream cheese. And then finally, we want 2 eggs. And just to make sure this is going to taste good, there's a decent amount of salt in the pork rinds, but I'm going to add just a little bit more, probably a 1/4 teaspoon. So let's go ahead and get this blended real quick. And we'll start with a few pulses. And we'll take a spatula and just kind of scrape that down into the bowl. That's looking pretty good. If you've ever seen my carnivore enchiladas video, this is pretty close, but I wanted to make a modification to like kind of help it even out a little bit better. What I want to happen is the cheese to melt and flatten out a bit and make it more malleable as well, because the pork rinds kind of stiffen it up. All right, so I've got the batter ready, and I've got my oven set to 300 degrees Fahrenheit. I got a baking sheet with some parchment paper and a flat surface to flatten these bad boys out with. I'm gonna use a cookie scoop to get mine just so I can get some nice looking portions. Feel free to use your hands for this part if you want to. I've got a nice ball of it. I'm gonna put it out right there. I'm gonna try this parchment paper again and use this lid again. Maybe the combo will make it a little bit better. And all I'm trying to do is get it, you know, flat, just as flat as I possibly can, and as round as I possibly can, because I do want it to be a taquito. And that will come right up. All right, before I even get these into the oven, I'm gonna set them aside because I want to get my filling ready. Because what I plan on doing is par baking these, putting the filling in, and then wrapping them, and then baking them again so that they will seal. And by the way, I still have batter left. This is definitely enough for probably like 10 of these little tortillas right here. And I'll also note that in the recipe. So I will be using beef for the filling today. This is gonna be 8 ounces of ground beef. I'm gonna season it up with my taco seasoning, but as always, I'm gonna leave this super duper simple and delicious taco seasoning right on the screen. It'll be written in the description below. And I was listening to a podcast with Bert Kreischer in it. He was talking about how he wanted Taco Bell meat like the way it was made, and he threw it in a blender, and that got me thinking, that's not a bad idea, honestly. It also doesn't mean we should not start chopping up our meat to get it fine first. I'm gonna use a 1/2 teaspoon of my seasoning. Don't forget the super duper simple taco seasoning will be written down below. Don't feel like you have to buy anything that I'm using to make your food taste good, because that's just not how it is. And like always, taste your food for seasoning. That is browned enough. All you gotta do is take this beef, throw it into your food processor, along with a 1/2 cup of cottage cheese, and then simply blend it. And what you're left with is what I can only describe as like carnivore refried beans. It's got a very similar texture to the beans you get at a Mexican restaurant, and it's honestly got a similar flavor. And it's going to be the filling for our taquitos. All right, we can go ahead and get our tortillas in the oven. I'm going to set a 5-minute timer to see if I can actually par bake these. So let's just see what happens. All right, it's been 5 minutes and these have been par baked. I'm gonna let these sit here for an additional 5 minutes just to kind of cool off, just make them where I can handle it better. All right, it's been 5 minutes and I can confirm that these are coming up with relative ease. So I got those up, got them flipped over. Now I'm gonna fill them. For taquitos, you don't need a crazy amount, like a dollop's probably gonna be almost too much. And there's enough filling here to do the 10 that you could get with the tortillas. All right, we got one. We'll finish the rest. Little taquitos. We'll throw these back into the oven for about 5 minutes and we will see how they're doing. All right, and while those are in the oven, I want to take this time to make a nice and easy cheese sauce. You don't have to make this if you don't want to. It will make this taste even better, but it's very, very dairy heavy. I know this whole thing's already been dairy heavy, but what I'm looking for is some nostalgia, and I wouldn't suggest eating this all day, every day. Here I have just under a quarter cup of heavy cream, and to that I'm going to be adding 4 slices of trash cheese, or American cheese for those that aren't initiated, and then finally about 1 ounce of really sharp cheddar cheese just to add some more flavor, and just a nice hit of our taco seasoning that we made earlier. And I've got my heat set to medium low, and all we're going to do is just start moving this around and reduce it until it's nice and thickened like a cheese sauce. And this shouldn't take long at all. Go ahead and turn your heat off because the residual heat will finish melting this cheddar cheese that's left over. But I'm gonna say that's pretty good right there. Let's get a nice little drippy action going. Get a little taste. Oh yeah. Oh, and I forgot to mention that I cranked the oven up to 375 degrees Fahrenheit just to get a little more color on them. That took a total of about 10 minutes to get to where they are now. We'll let these sit here for about 5 more minutes to cool off, and then we'll get them onto a plate and we'll taste them, see how they are. All right, and here's the final product. My cheese has gotten cold because I've been taking 1,000 pictures. Got a taquito. I'm gonna try to scoop some cheese. Oh God. If your cheese gets like this, feel free to pop it in the microwave for 30 seconds or so. Give that a look. Taste. This is so much better than the last ones I made. Now, I know that's not gonna help you if you happen to have like a craving for taquitos, but if you're looking for some nostalgia like I am, then maybe it's worth trying this out for yourself.